Hello students and welcome to Toppscholars. Today we'll be talking about another very interesting topic, that is joints and types of joints. Let us first understand what exactly are joints. To put it simply, it is the point at which two separate bones meet. Now students, a change in term here. From now on, we are not going to use the word connected or meet. We are going to use the word the point at which two separate bones articulate. Okay students, moving on, it is required for various body movements. The joints act as a fulcrum. Now you must be thinking, what is a fulcrum? Now take the example of a door. If the door itself is considered to be a bone which is moving, it is moving due to presence of the hinge, which is the fulcrum. Yes students, so the bones which are moving, they are moving due to presence of the joint which is acting as the fulcrum. Moving on students, let us now see the various types of joint. Joints are of many different types. The first one are immovable joints. In these type of joints, the articular surfaces of the two bones are held by fibrous connective tissue, and as they are held by fibrous connective tissue, there is absolutely no movement seen in this joint. Let us see an example. The sutures present in the skull bone. Now students, you might have thought that the skull is made up of one single bone, which is not at all true. The skull is actually made up of many bones. Okay. To be precise, the cranium is made up of many different bones which are sutured together. And as we know, they do not move at all because all these different bones of the cranium are held by fibrous connective tissue. Okay. Moving on, now these do not show any kind of movement. Next, we have the partially or the slightly movable joints. These are the joints in which there is presence of fibrocartilage between the articulating ends of the two bones. Also students, the best example for this is the joints present between the adjacent vertebrae of your backbone. It is not one single bone. The backbone is made up of many vertebrae, and between these vertebrae are partially movable joints, which allows bending forward and backward movement. Yes students, moving on, next we have freely movable joints. Students, remember, these are the most advanced type of joints and the most evolved type of joints as well. These joints, as the name is suggesting, allow free movement. The entire joint in this case is covered by a thin cap of hyaline cartilage. Also students, the joint is enclosed within a synovial capsule. The walls of the capsule are having two layers, the outer fibrous layer and the inner synovial layer. Also students, in this particular case, a synovial cavity is formed. This is a cavity which is enclosed inside the synovial capsule, or I can say it is the space enclosed between the synovial membrane. Students, this particular space is filled with synovial fluid which acts as a greasy material to avoid friction. Also students, these are the joints which allow free movement to the articulating bones without any kind of friction.
To learn more about this topic, download Toppscholars app.